Hi guys, welcome back. So over the last few videos I've done a number of reviews of tracks and free roam tracks around the world, and today I thought I'd focus on one of the most famous and one of the most iconic tracks in America, that is Road America. And the best way to drive this iconic track is in some iconic cars. So here we're driving 1970s Mustangs and 1960s American Cobras. As ever guys, if you do like the video, do press that subscribe button because it really does help me to grow the channel. Okay, before we get onto the mod version of this track on Assetto Corsa, let's have a look at Road America. So here is the Road America track. As you can see, it's just over 4 miles long, and the track was built in the 1950s by the Sports Car Club of America, the Chicago region, and is based on approximately 525 acres just outside the village of Elkhart Lake. With its 14 turns, this is one of the few tracks in America that still maintains its original layout. The two cars we're going to be driving today are the AC Cobra and the Mustang. The AC Cobra is from 1966, 500 brake horsepower, rear wheel drive, quite tricky to drive, 630 Newton meters of torque, just over 1000 kilograms, and 0 to 60 is about 4.3 seconds. This fantastic Mustang is the Boss 302 5 litre version, 340 brake horsepower, 420 Newton meters of torque, 1464 kilograms. 0 to 60 is about 6.8 seconds, so a bit slower than the Cobra, but a bit heavier too. Again, great fun to drive around this track. So, as we look at this fantastic Cobra gameplay, let's talk about this mod track. This mod track was designed by Lilski. Now I've put the link from Race Department in the description below, so do check that out. And as you can see, there's been a lot of love and care put into this by Lilski. Really great job. So big shout out to Lilski, as all the modders do a fantastic job on Assetto Corsa. Do check out the link and support him wherever you can. I have also added links to both set of car packs, that's the Cobra and the Mustang, in the description below, so do check those out also. Lilski has done a fantastic job building this track. Comes with 43 pit boxes, dynamic racing groove, track map, working AI, working TV cameras which are fantastic, and time attack support. And as you can see here on the racing, it looks stunning. The car models also show off the time and effort that the Assetto Corsa modders put into these projects. This really is as close as you're going to be to this track unless you actually travel there. Now, I have driven Road America in other games and I have enjoyed it. I must say though that this Assetto Corsa version of Road America is one of the best I have seen. It really brings to life this classic iconic American track. Not only do the textures look great on this track, including the tarmac, the grass, the trees, the scenery, all brilliant, but there is a number of custom animations that if you check out the replays you can actually spot. So there are marshals walking around that look really realistic, there are planes flying in the air with banners, there are airships. This all makes this track look really realistic, and I love the amount of caravans and camper vans in the background as well. Graphically intensive, but the backgrounds are stunning. So how do the cars drive? The Mustang, much easier to drive, rear wheel drive, just over 300 brake horsepower, so the back end doesn't come out quite as much. Very stable on the corners and actually a lot of fun to drive even in this close racing. I particularly love the way they've modelled the interior of the car, and I love the camera view where you're sat back and you can see the driver driving and changing gear. The Cobra on the other hand is a bit of a monster, 500 brake horsepower, rear wheel drive. The back end comes out a lot as you can see on this gameplay footage, but I must say the model on this car is even better than the Mustang. I love the exterior views, the dashboard looks incredible, and the amount of time and effort the modders have put on these is really cool. And of course we can actually adjust so here we are with a little bit of dusk racing, looks cool with the lights on, and again the models, textures, the lighting effects, really make this one of the most realistic sim racers you can drive right now. Do remember guys, I am running a number of graphical mods on this gameplay footage, mainly made up of Sol and custom shader patch. Do check out my other videos and I'll put the links in the description below if you do want to understand how to install those, how to configure them and what they will make your Assetto Corsa look like. Just a bit more history about this track. The first ever race on this track was in 1955 and that was an SCCA National. And the two top cars that were in there were a Ferrari Monza and a D-Type Jaguar. The Ferrari Monza, driven by Phil Hill, just edged that out and the average speed was 80.2 miles per hour. So pretty quick even back in the day. Now I did drive the D-Type Jaguar in my best of British free roam. That was a lot of fun, very awkward car to drive, but an absolute beast back in the day. And that was actually designed for the 1955 Le Mans race. I think it's one of the great things about sim racing and especially Assetto Corsa that you can drive all these iconic cars on these great racetracks. And just to finish off speaking about the history of this iconic track, the first professional race was in 1956 and that was actually a NASCAR Grand National race. It really was a regional southern series and not as popular as it is today, but still a very interesting fact. Now as we look at this fantastic Cobra footage, I'm going to now let the track do the talking. This is a full complete lap in the Mustang, no talking from me, so you can just see the beauty of this track on this mod. This is all done with the G29 steering wheel and full race sim setup. Here we go then, the full lap. Great fun driving on this track. I really do hope you've enjoyed this video. Do check out my channel for more Assetto Corsa videos, and remember all the links are in the description below. And if you have liked the video and you do like my channel, do subscribe, it really helps me to grow the channel. See you soon guys.